True Warrior Football. True Warrior Football. True Warrior Football.
You are listening to True Warrior Football Podcast with your host, Corey Kid Smith.
Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We are back. Man, look, it has been a long time since I shot some content for the show. Got other things I do. Got the True Card Adventures channel that I've branched off and done a lot more with lately over the last few months, really the last year or so. But you know what? The main channel, okay? True Warrior Football is back, okay? Season number, 9, I think this is, for the channel now. Man, we are taking things to new heights. And before I can really jump into this season, I have to start where I left off with last season. And this is it's become a running joke, an ugly trend, whatever you want to call it. But I really, when the season ends, I don't want to say I'm depressed, but I put out so much content on a weekly basis that oftentimes I don't finish what I started with that season. So I'm going to end that trend, and this will be the very last time I do this by starting the new season off by finishing off the last season. So this will be the last very late award show for the 2025 season. So let's start it off. All right. First award goes to the Offensive Player of the Year. And we had some great guys last year, but the season really, when you look at it as a whole, you had two different parts of the season where one offensive player was really good and then another player stepped in, and then they both combined and did some great things, and that were running back Keon Thomas and wide receiver Zach Wallace. Keon stepped into the scene and was marvelous to start the season. Did a lot of really great things for our team all season long. Then he would get hurt. I want to say it was a pipe game. He got hurt. I want to say it was a concussion, whatever it was. But he missed about 4 or 5 weeks. A lot of time. It's not something I expected to see. Usually we get guys back pretty soon. But his injury that he had, kept him out. So things shifted. Offenses changed. And we didn't win a lot of games with him out. But it wasn't for great effort. Zach Wallace stepped in a major way. The 3 touchdown game against LN here was truly incredible. But even before that game, he had great games against Ben Davis, like this touchdown catch right here, and did some fantastic things for our team in between those games. And really, his huge mark on the season was what he was able to do for our team in the regional championship game. This play right here, 4th down. You can't go wrong with that, man. I mean, the man was simply a beast, an absolute beast. And I think he's probably the most slept on player on our roster. And this is a roster that has talent all over the place on both sides of the ball. And Zach Wallace is one of those guys that, everybody's talking about all these great players in 6A, and his name doesn't come up with much. I think that's going to be something that teams are going to regret. So The 2025 True Warrior Football Offensive Player of the Year award winners are running back Keon Thomas and wide receiver Zach Wallace. Congrats, you two. Congrats. I'm very proud to hand you guys this award. Truly, truly well deserved from each of you guys. You earned it. Let's go back and have another great season this year. All right. Moving on, Special Teams Player of the Year. And last year really was a great year for our special teams wise, I believe. We had a lot of great players, but really two players in particular stood out. And that's kicker Jermaine Ellery, who wins this award for a second consecutive year, and long snapper Caden Harris. And I think these two right here, what I saw from them week in, week out, game in, game out, in practices, before practices, they were such a great unit together and all around great part of our team collectively. I can't separate them two, and it pains me to see that Caden has graduated now, is going to go off to college and be great there. We still have Jermaine, but man, these two together were special. Just really great players. I mean, Jermaine had the game-winning kick against Pike in overtime.
His mental state ready for this kick. I mean, this is a big kick. This is pretty much for game. This kick is for game.
Oh,
right
absolutely.
Jermaine
Ellery. This is. I seen this young man's praises on my show. He was the Special Teams Player of the Year for the 2024 season. I love what he's been able to do. His growth. He's not had a kick like this before in his career yet.
I don't think so.
This is a huge thing. A lot of people don't understand how much rides on the kicker, because most of the time, if the kicker's doing his job, you don't pay attention to it. When you are paying attention to the kicker, he's not doing his job.
Definitely a position that does not get a lot of love.
Doesn't get any love, gets a lot of hate.
Yep, exactly. It's kind of expected of them to make kicks like these, even though it's not easy. And he does. The kick is good.
The kick
and
is
good.
And the Warriors
field goal.
survive and win.
Wow. I mean,
a hard-fought battle.
And he had key points in the key kicks, I should say, against Center Grove in the regional championship. Got us on the board first with his field goal, and really his kicks, his points that he was able to contribute really helped us come away with the victory. And it's not just his field goal. His punting last year was tremendous. I think it's very. I love seeing the growth in his game, how he's able to grow up until last season and improve as much as he has. And I look forward to seeing what he can do for our team this upcoming season. So to Jermaine and Caden, thank you guys for being such great players for our team. Caden, I wish you were still around, but I look forward to seeing what you do at the next level, man. Jermaine, continue to be great. Congrats to you two. You are a true Warrior Football Special Teams Player of the Year. And now, let me go to the side where I love, all right, defense, all right, because, Tussy Train, come on now. That's what I do. So defense last year had a ton of great players. Of course, you had Jeremy Fitz Jr., you had Calvin McDonald, you had Sean Fox, you had Caleb Elkins, you had Jelani Reed, Farrell Wilson was great. For so many great players on the defensive side of the ball, I love it. They all did so many great things, but one person I felt like was the unspoken leader, the real heart and soul of the team, the guy that really made a lot of things click, was linebacker Dexter Smith. Dexter Smith Jr., because I always get confused with his father for some reason. Dexter Smith Jr., man, look, this guy he's a playmaker. He's a gamer. He's a guy that is dependable in every single way you can be out there on the football field. Very smart, very coachable. He has a great infectious energy. I love being around him, man. Every time I see his father, I'd say, man, look, your son is a star. I love what you've done with him, how he's grown up so much. I look forward to seeing what he does this season for us here. So, Dexter, congrats, man. Dexter Smith Jr. I always got to say, I'm going to say DJ. Dex Jr., whatever. Look, congrats. It's going to be a great season for you this year, man. Let's be great. Continue to be as great as you have been. And congrats again on winning the True Warrior Football Defensive Player of the Year award. Now, folks, last year you saw me do this great video here of the people that support our team and the content creators. There's a lot of them out there. You have filmers, photographers, other people that do stuff with the broadcast team, radio team. We have such a tremendous wealth of content creators. You know, I put out this video because I truly believe Warren Central has the best content creator team in the state of Indiana. Nobody keeps up. I mean, including myself. But, you know, one person I have to give special love and recognition to, and he is the recipient of this award that I don't give out every year, but when I feel the need to do so, I will give it out. That is the True Warrior Football Warrior Spirit Award. And that person, this award goes to Corey Duncan Jr. And man, Corey is like the team content creator, and the videos that I've seen him put together that I post on Instagram and repost, they are truly, truly phenomenal. Truly phenomenal. I remember seeing Corey come up through the ranks, not even through the ranks, before he even got to high school. As a middle schooler, I believe, he had the camera out there. He's using his phone, and now this man uses camera equipment that are thousands of dollars. He's doing work with MLB teams. He has risen to great heights, and it makes me so proud to see the work that he's put in to get to this level. So Corey, man, congrats. Continue to be great. I look forward to the day where you're opening up your own film, your own documentary. I just, you know, I'm not your father, but I've been around you a long time, so I've seen your rise. But man, look, I know your father is extremely proud of you. I know your whole family is extremely proud of you, man. Congrats. You're well loved around here. Continue to be great. All right. Continue to do the thing that gives you the joy and passion in life. And that's, you know, covering our football team and doing others video content work, man. You have a bright future ahead of you, man. We're all very proud of you. So congrats once again on being a recipient of the latest True Warrior Football Warrior Spirit Award. Moving on, we have the True Warrior Football College Warrior of the Year. And we had some great nominees last year. I feel like you had guys like Dame Shanklin at LSU had a good season, you know, even though they had some other things fall off. Cam Herron was really good for Notre Dame, ended up starting towards the end of the season. Of course, Tyrone Burris with the now national champion IU Hoosiers. I'll never get, that'll be the strangest thing I'll say for the rest of my life. That's one of the strangest things I've ever seen in my entire life. But congrats to him, man. National champion. Hats off. Another person that had a really great season. Marquise Cross had another great season for St. Francis. But another one I had to give special recognition to is Quinn Scholler at Wabash. Offensive lineman. He was truly tremendous for the Wabash Little Giants, and he is the latest recipient of True Warrior Football College Warrior of the Year. Just spectacular player. He was an All-American selection for Wabash last year. He was a 4-year starter. Came in as a true freshman, starting, left as a senior, an All-American. Absolutely incredible. He just recently graduated. Quinn, man, congrats. You made all of us back home very proud of you, man. Continue to be great. I look forward to seeing what comes next for you in life, man. Come back to the East Side, man. Come back for a game. I know you got some family back here. Come on back, man. We love to see you back here. All right. Congrats on winning, on being the latest recipient to the True Warrior Football College Warrior of the Year. All right. 2 more awards, and these are the awards that I take great pride in, especially. And one of those awards is the Larry Willen Memorial Coach of the Year Award. And this was an award I started following the passing of legendary coach Larry Willen. He passed in 2019, and from that year forward, I've made sure to recognize a coach on our staff that really showed what it was to be a great person and a great contributing member to our staff and our team. And initially, I didn't want this award to be something that I picked out, because as much as I'm around the team, I'm not around the team as much as the players are. So I took it upon myself to reach out to the players this season and got these results back, or got these players said, you know what, this coach right here deserves the award the most, and that is head coach JT Whitaker. And Coach Whitaker in his first season took our team to an 8-5 record, won a sectional, won the regional championship at Center Grove, which was a phenomenal victory for our program. Our first playoff victory against Center Grove since 2018. Our first playoff victory on the road at Center Grove since, I want to say, 2003. Just absolutely incredible job what he's done with our program so far. Came in, new facilities taken care of. We got new football field coming in, new scoreboard coming in. Warren football is going to reach great heights again, and Coach Whitaker has been really great at guiding it. But most importantly, man, he is such a great person, individual. It wasn't surprising to me how many votes that he got, honestly. It was surprising that there were so many players that said that he was really the one that helped them grow last season and for them to be successful. So Coach Whitaker, thank you for all you've done for our program so far. I look forward to have you on the show for a long form interview. I know we've been trying to do that. Our schedules just haven't worked out, but man, look, you've had a great first season. I know we're not going to hold on to that first season, let that be the bar. We're going to go to bigger and better heights. So man, congrats on being the latest recipient of the Larry Willen Memorial Coach of the Year Award. All right, now for my last award, the True Warrior Football Warrior Legend Award. This right here is not just an award given to the player for a all-around great season. It's an award that I feel encompasses a player's entire career in our program. Not just his last year, but everything he was able to do. And that person, that player is Jeremy Finch Jr., defensive lineman extraordinaire. One of the most fiery, passionate players I've ever seen come through our program. He played with such tenacity. He had a switch that when it was flipped on, I felt sorry for a lot of the offensive linemen he went against. Like, I haven't seen destruction on that level unless I was watching a Godzilla movie. He just came in and he tore things apart. He was the highest rated player last year when I did True Warrior Football Top 100. He was the highest rated active player, and I want to say it was like number 18. Just truly incredible. And he leaves his career as a Mr. Football winner, as another defensive line award-winning Mr. Football position winner at our school. We have 3 now. We have Sheldon Day, Damian Shanklin, and now Jeremy Finch Jr. and he joins his father, who was a Mr. Football winner at free safety / defensive back in, 2006. It just absolutely incredible. And a lot of times we have players come into the program, and there are legacy program players, their fathers, their brothers, their uncles, play in the program. And so oftentimes they have this stigma of having to play and be, what their relatives were. You're such. You have to do this. That is hard. Only a select few have been able to come through the program and really do great things. You've seen it from the George family, where everybody came in. The Jaden and Jeffrey Jr. came in after their father, and they both were able to lead the team to state championships. And it's so tough. It is so tough for players to come in and excel. And I really feel like JJ, he gave everything on the field. And I hate that he wasn't able to get that ultimate team accomplishment. But man, was he so fun to watch on our team. Look, he is going to already be a special player for Tennessee. Like this play right here they posted. This is him bulldozing some guy in the SEC. Like this ain't no weak school program he's at now. No, he's at the top of the top, one of the best conferences in the country, and he is going to be a factor over there for the Volunteers. So JJ, look, man, I cannot wait to see you play on Saturdays. I know you're going to take your game up to another level, to another notch. You're going to get everything and more that you deserve and coming your way. Congrats on being the latest recipient of the True Warrior Football Warrior Legend Award, man. Go out there, continue to make us all proud, man. We all love you back here, and we're all cheering for you. All right. Now we got that out the way. Now let's focus on this new season. First, I have to break down our schedule. And here is our schedule right here, folks. All right. Because we have this new football field coming in, it won't be ready for a few weeks into the season. So our first 3 games are all on the road. Week 1, we welcome back into the conference. Well, really, both Center Grove and Carmel are back in the mid-conference this year. And week 1, we are back at Center Grove, home of our last victory, the home of their last defeat. All right. They are going to be so hungry, so ready for revenge against us. It has been, last time we won at Center Grove to start our season was 2018. All right. We all know what happened in 2018. They are going to be so hungry and so ready for us. But once again, we are not the same team we were last year. We may be missing key players, but you know what? We are going to be a whole nother monster, man. BTM, Build the Monster, has been a motto for our team since Coach Whitaker came into the program. And that is something that we have definitely built, and I cannot wait for that game this Friday coming up. Ooh, it's going to be so fun. Going to Center Grove and seeing their stands be packed and seeing our stands be semi-packed. But, man, the drive over there is long, but, man, it is so great when you come back after a hard-fought win. Look, our team is ready. They've seen how close they got last year. They know they have to be a bit better in all phases, from week 1 to the end. So let's start it now. Week 1, we go to Center Grove. Week 2, we face off against Elkhart. This is the first time we faced off against the Elkhart Lions. Last year, I want to say they went 6-4 last year. Yeah, 6-4 last year. They play a lot of 4A, 5A schools. Even played a 3A school in Mishawaka, Marion. But you know what? It is what it is. Up there in the region in that area, there's a lot of smaller schools, so you just gotta do what you can and continue to move forward. So that is what we have coming up right there. It's going to be a fun drive, a fun trip up there, a business trip, very similar how we went up to Fort Wayne Snyder a couple of years ago, or Homestead. I want to say that was 2023 when we went to Homestead, or was it Fort Wayne Carroll? It was Fort Wayne Carroll. That's what it was. Yeah, we have to go up there, take care of business, and come back. All right. I don't believe they're on our level, but it doesn't even matter. Regardless if they're on our level, they're on our schedule. So if you're on our schedule, you know what? It's the same thing everybody's going to get. That work. All right. So moving on, after Elkhart, North Central. North Central was a much better program last year. They got their first win in a long, long time. But then they faced us, and it was a battle for them. And not a battle that they won or got close to winning. So I look for them to be better in year 2 of their new program that they have there. But once again, I look for us to be much better as well. So I'm not... We roll. Lawrence Central week 4. This is the new Lawrence Central, who has a new head coach in our former defensive coordinator, Russ Mann, who moves over from Ben Davis after one thing he was there for 3 years. 3 years. Won a state championship in, what was that, 22? Yeah, 22. And, no, what was it? 23 they won? Yeah, it was 23 they won. So he moves over from there, and they have they got cats. But this is going to be Warren's home opening of our new stadium, our new football field turf, new everything that we got. Look, it's going to be a long, hard night for the LC Bears. They have talent over there. They had talent over there last year. I don't see it happening. So Warren rolls. And then after that, those boys from the west side come to the east side. And you know what? I'm not even going to get into them right now, but you guys know how I feel. Right now, as of today, as I look at the schedule and look at everything, this game, unfortunately, should be the only game that I miss for various reasons, work-wise. I cannot get it off at this point in time. Hopefully things change. So I'm hoping I can be there. If I can't, the first Ben Davis Warren game I will have missed since 2017. So yeah, it happens. But you know what? I'll get into more detail about that when we get there. So moving on, then we have Pike. And we're playing Pike on a Saturday at Lucas Oil because we are part of the Circle City Classic that they've got going on. So their Circle City Classic this year has changed things. No more colleges is coming in to play the game. So what they're doing is they're having 2 girls flag football games to start in the afternoon and morning. Then they'll have our game versus Pike. Then I want to say it is Ellen and Ben Davis. Ellen and Ben Davis will play. Ellen and Ben Davis will play later that night. So we'll play first at Lucas Oil. First time we played at Lucas Oil in the game since the 2018 state championship. It's been a long time since we've been at our second home in the Dome. But hopefully this will be the first time that we get down there this season. And the next time would be Thanksgiving weekend. So we played Pike there. Last year, Pike had us in a battle. I expect us to be in a battle with them. Really, possibly. Well, we know. We may not be. Actually, it's really interesting. 2024, we were in a battle with them on a Saturday afternoon. this year, 2 years later, we're going to be in another battle with them on a Saturday afternoon. And so that's going to be really interesting. I look forward to seeing that. And also, after our game, also going to have a battle of the bands there. So I look forward to that. Going up, Circuit City Classic was always such a fun thing to be, to go out there and be a part of. So look forward to seeing those bands get together again. So that's going to be fun. Glad to see we got to participate in that this year. And now, last 3 games of the season. Really, I don't want to get into these games too much because you just never know what to expect. But we have 3 consecutive home games. We have Lawrence North, then Carmel, and last Homestead. That is not an easy schedule. That is not an easy schedule by any stretch or way. These are 3 teams, especially Carmel, that is going to be seen as contenders. State championship contenders. Ellen especially, everybody's raving about sales. Everybody's raving about Moore. I mean, even I've said last year that, some things happened in our game where really Moore was able to have one of the best rushing performances any player's ever had against us. So we gave up 63 total points. So we have to be ready. We haven't beaten LN since I want to say it was 2021. No, 2020. Excuse me. We haven't beaten LN since 2020. Things have got to change. Carmel, we've split the last 4 meetings with Carmel. But last year they got a new head coach and our former head coach, Coach Wright. He's turned the program around. It was not a pretty sight at their place. And I know Coach Wright, he's going to be ready and prepared. Last time he came and played Warren at Warren was 2014 when he was the head coach at Warren at Carmel before he left to go to IMG. And he had those guys rolling. All right. He wants to win this game as much as anybody. So those Greyhounds are going to be ready. The Wildcats are going to be ready. And Homestead, I'm not even sure what Homestead is. What are they? The Spartans, they're going to be ready for us as well. First time they've played Warren, I believe, ever. So, let me make sure. So, yeah, the back half of our season is loaded. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And even when you get into our playoffs, we have a new entrance, really 2 new entrances into our section got shaken up. All right. So we still have Perry Meridian and Southport, but now we have Decatur Central and Franklin Central. Decatur Central is coached by long-term guy's been there for how long has he been there now? Been there 11 years, 90 and 30. Coach Kyle Enright. Coach Kyle Enright is a good friend of mine. He was a teacher at Warren. He was a coach at Warren as well. More on him later in this episode. But he's been very successful at Decatur Central. Taken to a couple state championships. Won the state championship there a few years back. He has his program in a really good spot. And then you go to Franklin Central. Franklin Central, of course, is coached by Coach Jason West, who was in Coach West's, I think it's six years there. Yeah, it's Coach West's 6th year at Franklin Central. They got a lot of things going their way. They've changed some things. The program's growing. That area is growing. They got new facilities. They're looking to make a splash in 6A this season. So that's what we have to look out for. Decatur Central and Franklin Central. No more of just, rolling in to Perry, rolling into Southport or whoever else that we face. I think Tech was there a couple of years. You know what? I welcome this challenge. Warren is built on iron sharpens iron, all right? This lethal weapon right here. That's what we're built on. I don't want to run. I don't want to hide. I don't want to complain and say, oh, no, this is terrible. No, bring it on. Bring it on, okay? Because we aren't going to get better if the only schools we're facing are the Southport and Perry Meridians of the world, the guys where we can roll out in the second half, anybody in the second half, and we already be up 40, 50 points. I love those victories. They're great, but you know what? In the end, they're empty calories. I want to see us beating teams that are contenders once again, or teams that hope to be contenders, teams that are well coached, teams that are well trained. I want us to come into those games and get better coming out of them. That's what I want. We won't get that from facing Perry Marine and Southport. No offense to them, but it is what it is. All right. I see what's out there. I see the challengers that are out there. 6A football this year is going to be as competitive as it's ever been in my memory. All right. This right here is going to get it done. This right here is real. It is real out there. And if we get past those guys right there and then we get to Center Grove, we already know the kind of battle we're going to be in. We already know the kind of battle we're going to be in. All right. Last 4 years, 22, 23, 24, and 25. We faced them in the regional championship game. It was like clockwork. I could just point at the calendar and say, hey, it really, a lot of things we can do leading up to that game. I don't want to say are meaningless, but they're going to prepare us for that game. Everything we do after Pike this year is preparing us for a regional championship against Center Grove. We get there, we face them, either at their place or at our place, regardless of where it is. We have to be victorious. We have to be ready. We have to get after it. Then after that, if we have to face off against Brownsburg, we have to face off against anybody else that's in our way. Our main goal this year, a lot of people are saying this is Brownsburg's year once again. And Brownsburg had an excellent team last year, an excellent team this year. They're ranked number 1 in every 6A poll. They have a starting quarterback back. They have a starting wide receiver that's just as electric as any wide receiver I've ever seen here. That includes David Bell. This is going to be a really, really tough year to win 6A. But I truly believe we have the players on both sides of the ball to get it done here. We just got to get it done. We just had to get it done. Build the monster. BTM. That's what we came here for. That's what we've been working all summer for. That's what we've been working all spring for. Ever since that semi-state game ended, where I want to say it was 31-0. We ended up losing to Brownsburg game. Ever since that moment, we've been working to make sure that we are better prepared for the upcoming season. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right. And moving on, I had to get this off my chest because, I seen the polls and everything. I was like, all right, I see where we are. But then I saw one post on social media, and I don't know who's creating it. I don't know if it's AI. I don't know if it's people just trying to get some clicks out there. But I saw this page, Corporals, TPL, Creative. I've never heard of one. They must be new. All right. And so they put out their 6A contenders, top teams list, and this is right here, right off the jump. Missed the cut. You see the names here. I was like, huh? I can take some things, okay? Early preseason polls, they really are meaningless until you've beaten somebody that really, is pretty good. They don't matter, all right? They really don't matter. But I've seen all these other polls. One poll, coach's poll has us at like 4. I've seen some polls have us as high as 2. Anywhere in between there, we're always in the top 10. Always in the top 10. Because we got Keon Thomas, running back extraordinaire, all right, committed to Iowa. Have Zach Wallace, who I've talked about already. Both him and Keon I've talked about already on this episode. Keon, like I said, going to Iowa. Zach Wallace is committed to Western Michigan. You have Sean Fox committed to Kentucky. You have Caleb Elkins, the last remaining True Warrior Football Top 100 player playing, who is committed to Purdue. And a bunch of other great talented players. I think Calvin McDonald is going to have a breakout season. Dexter Smith is going to have another great season. All right. There's going to be so many other players that I haven't even talked. Michael Tanner and Keyshawn Williams Jarrett. Oh my God. Those guys right there. We had some guys come in that are going to be stars for us. So I think I see this and I'm like, how can you see this? And do you not do your research? Do you not know anything about Warren football? Because I can tell you right now, I don't think Warren football has ever in the last 25 years come into a season and not been one of the top 10 teams in 6A or 5A when it was just 5 classes. I can't think of any time. Maybe COVID year. Maybe COVID year. For us to come in and them have us not ranked, not even being seen as contenders come in, come on now. Let's be serious here. You have all these guys. You have look at these schools. Really? This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The disrespect will not be tolerated. I will not. The people that created this list should be ashamed of themselves. You're either doing it for clicks or you're just doing it and you don't know. Either way, you should be ashamed of yourself. All right? Be real. Be legit. Okay? Look at what your peers are out there doing and come back and reassess yourselves. Okay? Because this is ridiculous and I won't stand for it. I'll call it out every single chance I can. All right? Because our program this year is without a doubt a top 10 team coming to the season. All right. We may not be number 2. We may not be number 10. But I can surely tell you we are one of the best teams in 6A. All right. And for us to not even be listed among such, everything you do is, I'm not going to take you serious. I'm just going to see that's AI slop. So yeah, no. Not at all. The disrespect won't be tolerated. All right, folks. And lastly here, I want to get out here and really pay my respects to 2 former individuals that our Warren football community lost within the last 9 months. And that is, first of these individuals is Telly Davis. And Telly was a Warren alumni. He was a great guy. FOP, friend of the program, one of those guys that was truly phenomenal in so many different ways. He helped out so many of our players from youth all the way through college, man. He made jerseys, t-shirts. He made this great shirt for me as well. Just an absolute incredible individual. We lost him back in January. His service was jam-packed. Pastor Duncan gave a tremendous eulogy sermon at his homecoming celebration. He leaves this world. He was just in his 40s, just far too young. But, man, he was a truly tremendous dude, man. I actually honored him. He was a recipient of the True Warrior Football Spirit Award back in, I think it was 2023. Here he is right here. He was very shy. Didn't want to be on camera too much, but he was doing great work with the Warrior Football Alumni Club. And so, his passing touches and hurts us all. We're all affected. He was a tremendous individual, man. I miss him. Telly, man, thank you for all you did. You're well missed here. You're well loved by everybody you came across. Hey, we got you down here, man. We'll never forget you, man. Thank you for everything you did, brother. Lastly, I want to pay tribute and homage to another coach that was in our program and recently passed back in February, and that is Coach Dave Enright, who is the father of Kyle Enright, who I just mentioned is the head coach at Decatur Central. And Dave was a phenomenal phenomenal person, great individual. I always loved having to be between him and Rex during their battles and everything like that. They go back and forth with back in the day. But Coach Enright was a truly, truly phenomenal individual. Was a head coach for HSE when they won a state championship. I want to say it was 1981. Was an IFCA member of their the Indiana Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame. He was a great, great individual. He actually coached my uncles, I should say, when he was a coach at Broad Ripple in the 70s. It was very cool to see that come full circle moment, because he coached him in the 70s and was my coach at Warren back during the 2000s era, during Coach Wright's tenure here when we were in our 4P era. He was a phenomenal coach. He did a lot of great work with NFL teams, mainly the Raiders. He was one of the last active scouts that the Raiders used to have in various cities across the country, which is something that is just not done anymore. But the man was truly, truly incredible. He was inspirational. He helped guide so many young players within our program, and it was very cool to see him be by his son's side in Kyle as he was coaching back at his alma mater, Decatur Central, and they become really a great father-son coaching duo that, one of those father-son coaching duos that is able to each win a state championship, joining, likes of Coach Wright, Kevin Wright, and Larry Butt Wright, who did so various times. And, you had Coach Hart now, who has, with his son Nick, winning state championship a few years ago. I cannot think of the name of Nick's school. I'm going to put it here. And him winning at, well, of course, at Evansville Wrights, Warren, and now Brownsburg. He was a legendary coach, a truly, truly great, phenomenal man, great family man. His wife, Betty, is a great person. He has great grandchildren. He was just a very special individual. He will be deeply missed. I can just hear him and Rex up there arguing and going back and forth at it right now. To the Enright family, just know your father was very, very loved. It was so special to come back and pay my respects at his service back in February. You guys have always been a special place in my heart. Hey, God bless you guys all and always. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an episode that I've been trying to get out to you guys sooner, but hey, it is what it is. But stay tuned. We're going to be doing a lot of great things this year. True Warrior Football is going to be off to bigger and better things this year. We'll have more pregame, more postgame, trying to get episodes out to you guys a bit sooner than I usually do. Hey, a lot more interviews, player interviews, coaches interviews. Guys, we're going to be doing some great things, as well as tracking our guys that are playing at the next level, because we got a lot of them. We have a lot of them. So, hey, you guys stay tuned for more great things from True Warrior Football. And as always, Warrior Band, take us away.